Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, Divine Feminines, I wanted to come on and do a bit of a guidance reading for us that are, I want to say, predominantly within the Divine Feminine's energy, which meaning you're going to be able to feel your Divine Masculine quite a lot now, and I'm not completely sure how to kind of handle this energy. So I've already put a Divine Masculine video out there. We may eat cake. I'm hungry, but I had the urge to come on and do a reading. Hear me eating. Okay. The Witch's Tarot. I even have coconut stuck in my teeth now. Let's have a look and see what the cards want to say. I feel really chesty all of a sudden, as if I'm wheezy. Let's see if we can flush that down. It started just before I turned the camera on. I had a good cough and okay. That cake's good. It might have to wait though. Let's have a look and see what our guidance is. Love. Just to be representation of unconditional love, especially towards Divine Masculine. He's kind of at the end of his tether. Regardless, you'll always be each other's best friends, and most definitely will the Divine Feminine always be the Divine Masculine's best friend. So once you kind of just stop fighting that and just accept that you are just unconditional love towards the Divine Masculine's energy, that's really what you need to be sending. So, okay. It's kind of like it was already like destined. It was, you knew that this was a friendship for life. Page of Wands. I want to say that there's an immature energy around the Divine Masculine. Okay, so this could be if he did come forward with communication, but it could be the energy that you're feeling also is quite a immature, passionate energy. It doesn't have much control over it, and you can be feeling this whilst you're trying to obviously study, get on with doing your own craft. But we still have the masculine here who's pausing and he's becoming enlightened. So he is the student, and this immature energy, he will learn how to control it. But this is the energy of wanting to be like the town crier. But when I say this, I mean as in kind of emotional. It looks like he's maybe struggling to keep his emotions kind of contained. The town crier. Okay, so you may be feeling this as you're going around. Yes, you're about your everyday business. Okay, and that's why I wanted to jump on is how do we actually deal with this energy? Okay, whilst the masculine is here in his like enlightenment mode, until he can kind of, there you go, carry himself in an enlightened way. I take the pressure off of the feminines, but at the moment there is this pausing. The universe has pulled the Divine Masculine out. The reading come up very much about it's time to rest and recharge, to get your affairs in order, to have a look at your life, the areas of your life. But whilst this is going on, the feminines are still picking up the Divine Masculine's energy. energetically and quite strongly. So let me have a little bit more cake, and I'm going to pull another row of cards. I was thinking about those videos that are out there where you can listen to people eat for like pleasure. I have a friend who likes to listen to me eat whilst we're on the phone. Very bizarre. Okay. There's a big black cloud outside, lurking out there. Let's see if that will pass. 9 of Cups. The Ace of Wands. Death card. 9 of Wands. And the Queen of Swords. So the underlying energy, I'm going to go over this row, but we've already discussed the first row, okay? So the underlying energy is the Divine Masculine here. It's just waiting for that harvest, okay? I might actually read this one. A dark-haired young man stands next to a tall, lush, see if I can, let's get down. A tall, lush and greeny leafy plant. On the plant are 7 golden pentacles. The young man rests his chin upon his crossed-gloved hands. He looks tired but satisfied as he takes a break from his gardening and leans upon a long-handled gardening tool. The young man wears practical and sturdy medieval-style clothes in earthly shades of green, yellow and brown that are suitable for working in a garden. The sky behind him is blue, clear and fair, and the surrounding landscape is green and lush. All of the effort, time and work the young man has put into the care of this plant are paying off. The gardening tool that he leans upon could be a shovel buried in the soil or a hoe hidden in the lush grass. Either way, it's to remind you that you have many tools available to you in your quest for success and prosperity. It's time to choose the best tool for the task, take it out and put it to use. Invest in yourself. All of your efforts and hard work will bear wonderful fruit, just as this young gardener's has. Now, I'm going to touch on what I want to say, okay? And it's just because I picked up on the word hoe. Now, it may be that I mentioned about being best friends with your Divine Masculine, because there may be some things that you're not wanting to hear. It could be that there may have been other relationships. And it is a decision that the Divine Masculine, he has to get, the video is like, get your affairs in order. It's like, you know, how many options does the Divine Masculine have? We as Divine Feminines know that we could easily have many options, but we are more matured in our passionate sexual energy, where the Divine Masculine has been running away from the Divine Feminine and could be running into, you know, other arms to try and find the comfort. And this is something that you have to actually, you know, deal with, is if your Divine Masculine comes back and tells you that there's been other partners, after, I imagine, you know, the maybe the hurt, the initial hurt of it, at the end of the day, I believe the Divine Feminine will still choose to stand by the Divine Masculine, because they are compassion, they are unconditional love. And I think that that's just something you really do not actually know what's going on. All you can feel is this energy and a fear of the Divine Masculine approaching the Divine Feminine. So it's actually what's gone on in the separation. And if they're fears of your own, then that's something you might have to face. You may have manifested your own fear for your own growth. So I'm not saying to focus on that, but you have to kind of come back to core, as in, are you best friends regardless? Is it unconditional love regardless? Okay. And I think if you wasn't actually in a committed relationship then, and you were in separation, as with all of us, we all have a past. I think it's different if you was actually in a committed relationship, okay? But if you weren't actually together, you have to kind of, that's about attachment, that's about ownership. We are free to do what we want to do with our lives. And there's a whole lot about forgiveness and being so mature here for the divine feminine. It's like this is maybe the role that we're now being asked to step into. Okay, so 9 of Cups. There's still that one just in front of her. Passions ignited. Like I said, I think lots of videos have been out there about how we get to our divine partner, our divine counterpart. There's a transformational death here. Gets to the point where nothing is as satisfying or as comforting as the divine feminine. The divine feminine here is being strong, okay? And here is the truth card. So it's actually wanting, you would want to know the truth. You don't want anything to be hidden from you. But can you handle the truth, however that comes in? It's a journey. There's some truths that the divine feminine has to tell as well. In the divine masculine's reading, it came out that about what we kind of don't like about our partner is a mirror of ourselves. We all know what we're capable of and what our counterpart is capable of as well. Okay, just on different routes of getting to that kind of understanding, I suppose, union, getting to that point of union. Let's pull some more cards. It's a bit deep. I believe even if the divine masculine never did, come into union with the divine feminine, she would always hold space and always be there for him. I think even if he was in another relationship, there's more to this connection than actually just the union. It's a soul connection. It's your support network. I want to say kind of like it's your lifeline. Let's see what the angel prayers cards want to say. Not everybody will come into union, but the divine feminine will most definitely find herself a divine masculine. Spiritual abundance. Thank you, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance. Let's read this card. The angels want you to know that they are supporting you in all areas of your life. Follow your spiritual guidance and intuitive feelings, and they will bring you abundance in all areas of your life. Abundance is your spiritual reward for trusting and sharing your gifts, talents, and light with the world. Any material needs you have will be met at this time, and you are being encouraged to surrender any of your concerns in this area of your life to heaven. Allow the angels to take care of them for you. You are a being of abundance. You are abundant in light, energy, and love. And you are being encouraged to share this in every area of your life. Instead of asking what you need, ask yourself, How can I be of service? When you do so, you will align yourself with the universal life force, and it will take care of everything for you. There is a flow of support coming to you at this time, and those who dedicate themselves to service will receive the abundance of God and his angels. So like I said, I felt like it's part of the role, really. Is be able to speak the truth and being able to handle the truth. And it's really the truth of the journey. And everybody's journey is just so unique to them. It was the way that it needed to be to evolve, just to come to this understanding of love, of unconditional love. Okay. Let's. I'm going to actually go back, and I'm going to clarify. With the Psychic Tarot. Oh, I'm getting a really strong feeling that the Divine Masculine wants to speak. Okay. So let's look at this emotion of love here. You're protected by love. And it's what you want to be emitting. Mental conflict. So I'm feeling the Divine Masculine saying here he really is conflicted by this love. What did I say? He was at the end of his tether. Yeah, shadow. Most definitely facing his shadow side and events. We've got the light and the dark here, having the conversation with himself, which you can see here. Be about his actions. So he is actually having conversations, but I want to say the unconditional love is getting through. His higher self there. There is mental conflict though. It says that. We've got this immature, passionate energy that you're picking up on. It's seeking spiritual union. So the Divine Masculine is seeking. So he was a town crier. So he's seeking this comfort, whether it is tears or whether it's, like I said, we've picked up on maybe other relationships, seeking for it elsewhere. So maybe trying to seek for spiritual union outside of the connection with the Divine Feminine. We have the Divine Feminine is definitely picking up on mental conflict. That's what I'm personally picking up on, and crying. But there is a lot of passion. But we have this Divine Feminine here is kind of working towards building her future and feeling the heartache and loss. Divine Masculine here is hanging around. Patience. So this is Temperance. So he's being balanced out in his Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine energy. However that's taking shape. So he's needing to feel balanced. Here's the Feminine here. I'm just picking up really here where your loyalty lies, regardless of the Divine Masculine. That's what you have to come down to, is what it gets down to is where does your loyalty lie? And it just comes in with that, where maybe it's when you ask yourself that question, that regardless, where does your loyalty lie? And, you know, you realise, of course, it's with the divine masculine and helping him through any struggle or challenges that he may be going through, even if it is energetically, being able to send that love to your divine counterpart. It says that you're rewarded. Spiritual abundance comes in. So it's like whatever tests are being given to you, or whatever you are feeling, or what your thoughts are, then just come back to that core of, regardless, that's not what you're in it for. The journey is to experience the intensity of love and where it brings you back to and who it brings you back to. So this passion's been ignited. Let's get a clarification for it. Actually, I noticed on the Divine Masculines reading, we had this card. I said it looked like a love heart, but actually it looks more like a butterfly, doesn't it? At the bottom here. I just saw the butterfly there. So this is, you know, kind of what actually ignites the, I want to say, the actual union. It could be that the Divine Masculine's looking for recognition and reward. He's looking quite holding his head down here in shame. But this is a card about being in partnership with like-minded people. So he may feel like he needs forgiveness. He needs to forgive himself first to obviously understand, to be able to talk about it. He's got to be able to talk about it. Once he's done that, I believe the Divine Feminines will react accordingly. And I think that would just be in a very mature way, due to whatever, you know, will be discussed. But it does look like here that there's definitely something shady been going on, maybe, that needs to be spoken about. And that's normally why the Divine Masculine avoids the Divine Feminine. You don't want to open up conversation and talk about what you've been up to for the fear of judgment. And the Divine Masculine really only fears really just being judged by the Divine Feminine, his counterpart, his shadow side, his light side. Okay, so now we have the spiritual transformation. So whatever's gone on, it looks like it has definitely kind of sparked off. Maybe a fury. His head is like, looks like he's quite angry at himself here. He's not even acknowledging the little boy who's welcoming him. And the red eyes there. What's been going on? The sacrifice. But it's the Hangman again, but this time it's the Divine Feminine. Maybe it's something that you need to think about, you know. How spiritually strong can you be when it comes down to the truth and facing the truth? Because it may be actually, you know, your own insecurities that stopping the union. Not being able to face the truth, not being mature enough to be able to emotionally handle what could be possible that you may hear. Base chakra, about being grounded. You know your belief systems. And it's about standing firm here and strong and keeping grounded. The Divine Feminine at the moment is very much the one that the Divine Masculine might be grounding this down, okay, into the 3D. What was that, some kind of confirmation? Look, I like to see if they pop up with anything. And but I believe at the moment it's the Divine Feminine who's keeping the Divine Masculine grounded. Okay, so let's have a look at this Truth card. Harmony. The truth will set you free, but first, it may piss you off. Okay, let's look at the bottom of the deck. Passion's been ignited. Okay, let's pull some more oracle. Let's get some Archangel oracle cards. I don't want to depress the reading, but it's what's wanting to come out. I mean, there's a lot that the Divine Feminine knows anyway. You know, kind of when the Divine Masculine says something, you kind of go, I already knew that. But this is something that you wouldn't even want to kind of contemplate. But if it did come out, you could just be like, well, I kind of knew that. But that had nothing to do with me. We wasn't in connection. Especially if your Divine Masculine's I'm going to speak it. Especially if your Divine Masculine's not in communication with you, then there really is no connection, is there? If you're on separation, there is no partnership. And so you are both free to go. And obviously he's going to want to know what the Divine Feminine's been up to as well. Okay. And I think that once this kind of truth comes out about whatever's been going on, in comes the gifts from God. We angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive. And prioritize. Focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organised and motivated. I feel that this is really about getting ready, okay? So it's ready for anything that's maybe is going to be, you know, coming up towards you. If you think about your Divine Masculine, you don't go over all your relationships and get jealous of them all, do you? I mean, imagine if, you know, you had to go over all your relationships and, you know, watch your Divine Masculine get jealous over them. Come on. There's love, and then there's just searching for love. There's loneliness. There's a neediness. There's a running away. And so I think it's, you know, prioritize your thoughts, the truth. And they're going to help you get organised and motivated. Because something's coming in. Let's get one more. I have to check. Sorry, I have somebody. Oh, okay, that's cool. 20 minutes. What's the time now? Okay, 4:05. Beloved one, I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. There can be no attachment. Okay, it's not a possession. It doesn't belong to you. You can't force somebody to be with you. You can't force somebody to love you. Okay, but you can most definitely choose to love them regardless. So I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. And that's exactly it. It's spiritual at the moment. You've got to get grips with the spiritual. Oh, there's the book. Love is in and around you right now. See, love is in and around you right now. You don't need to search for it. Rather, by holding loving thoughts and conducting loving actions, you attract and manifest love in all aspects of your life. Call upon me to guide your thoughts and actions to bring romance into your life. Converse with me regularly about your love life. I can help you fall in love with your life and heal and manifest wonderful relationships. Working with Archangel Shamal. Shamal's aura is pale green, like a springtime leaf in the morning sunlight. You can feel close to Shamal's loving energy by wearing or carrying a green fluorite crystal. That's it. Spiritual union. What is actual spiritual union? Doesn't say physical union, does it? It says spiritual union. I'm going to pull a sacred spirit card, and I've got an angels and ancestors, and then I'm going to leave it there. Okay. If this reading triggers you, then it's a fear. And sometimes readings, will play with your mind to get you to address your fear. Don't let your imagination run away with you. But you have to address what triggers you and your fear. So maybe sometimes we do have to kind of imagine what it's going to be like when we do have to face maybe, the things that we fear. Because once you find not a solution, maybe you have some kind of idea or some clarity or truth or understanding within, it's not going to become a fear again, really, as much as what it originally was. I don't mean that it's not going to become a fear. You're not going to be so fearful of it. Wow. External union. New love is forming. Must be something I'm touching on. It's card number 15, which makes me feel the devil, okay? It did come up in the Divine Masculines reading, being tempted. That's cool. It's you've got your own purpose. So we've got external union. New love is forming. Strengthen your relationships. In a lifetime, we are destined to meet many members of our soul group and soul family. Many of them enter through life as a soulmate, fated to teach us lessons about unconditional love and ourselves. A soulmate can be a friend, family member, work colleague, partner, neighbour, or someone you strongly disagree with, clashing with every time you are around each other. When a soulmate enters your life, they offer your soul support, guidance and growth, whether physically, emotionally, or spiritually. You may feel you have known them forever, or you may be instantaneously comfortable in their presence. I want to say the Divine Masculine feels very comfortable within your presence, regardless of what he's kind of up to. It's you that he finds the comfort within. Even if he isn't expressing that to you in the physical, you can feel that. And I think it's really important not to pull away from that, to actually allow him that comfort. If you can provide that to him, just because maybe you feel that he doesn't provide you, the same. Okay, maybe the scales are a bit unbalanced. That doesn't mean that you need to change what you're here to do. So, dependent upon what your soul needs, a soulmate may be a brief encounter, or this relationship could last a lifetime. Acting as a catalyst for growth, these souls are here to teach you something new. Currently, meeting new people will bring great conversations. Interesting people will enter your life now and teach you something valuable about yourself and your interests or passions in life. Social gatherings and casual meetups will create opportunities for meaningful connections. Right now, you are being encouraged to actively listen to others. For those who you despise or see as enemies, view these people as possible soul connections. They are there to teach you life lessons and challenge your structured belief systems. This new understanding will deepen the love you have for others, including new and existing partnerships, opening doors for an expression of external union. This living expression of love will influence romantic connections, including marriage with long-term commitments possible now. The expression of an external union between two souls will bring new levels of love on an emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual connection. True love is limitless. The shadow aspect, introversion. introversion, restlessness, disenfranchised, restlessness, so much for the divine masculines. Okay. The sacred crystal is emerald. We've already had the green come up with the soulmate card. The archangel assistance is Archangel Haniel, and it's about attracting meaningful relationships now. And your affirmation is, I am a living and loving expression of the external union. I am blessed. So I feel that this is the way. Unconditional love. We may feel that we are this demonstration of love, but there's things that we all fear and we're going to come across that trigger us. Okay. Now I'm going to end on this. What's the time? Yes, let's do this. End on this angels and ancestors. And I hope this reading helped, but or triggered. We're in this together though. We all feel these emotions of I want to say of kind of feeling not worthy enough. But it's very evident that the divine masculine, regardless, finds his comfort within the divine feminine. He's just working his way through the illusions. Okay. Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. There's something I'm touching on about actually kind of and most of the time our fears, you know, they're not even, you know, truths. We can get ourselves worked up about nothing. But we can't be fearful of hearing the truth. Let's have a... I've got to find out where these are in here. 106. I've got to get this wrapped up. Okay. So stop looking outside yourself and recognise that you have incredible power within. Magic, with a capital K, is the energy of the universe that allows you to manifest and create through the direction and power of your will. It changes according to your frequency. The Magic Guardian is a representation of the angel of magic who helps you direct your will to bring something into creation. She is the angel who swirls around shamans and wise ones when they are calling on the energy of magic to help them manifest something that will be healing and supportive of their path. She is the angel of all the magic that is directed for the highest good of whoever is working with it. You are the magic. You are the answer. You have it all within you. If you've been searching for an answer or a reason to focus, recognise that all that you are looking for is already within you. You are a powerful and magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and will your desires into being. But your power can only be powerful when you own it. That's no fear. So take time to acknowledge it. Your ability to dedicate yourself to a goal and make it happen is a real gift that you are being guided to recognise now. Well, I think I've got time for one more. It's 16:16. Animal Guardian, trust your instincts. Okay. I've got another one as well. Winter, take care of your needs. So this card's about being the alpha, the divine masculine now, stepping into being the alpha, okay? however that, serves him, and whatever, I suppose, makes him feel alpha. That's what he's going through. So taking care of his needs. And Divine Feminine, trust your instincts. I'm going to get one more. Wise One. Grow within your current situation. Oh, Wise One. '88. Let's see if I can quickly read this message. Knuckle down, be reliable and committed. Be open to wisdom and insights from your elders. The Wise One represents the wisest aspect of the goddess, the crone. In paganism and modern Wicca, the crone is the fiercest, most psychic and most aware aspect of the goddess, because she has been through many of life's challenges and overcome many setbacks. On this card, the raven in her hands represents the capacity to overcome the darker times and be reborn again and again. So she helps you to tap into wisdom to overcome whatever life throws at you. Wisdom being the information stored in your soul rather than the knowledge acquired in this lifetime, and to learn from the experience of your elders. The wisdom of the Wise One is based on something that the younger generation is often lacking: commitment and reliability. When this card appears, you are being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion within your current situation. Be committed to your tasks and projects. It can be very easy to get bored or overwhelmed, but persevere. You are being reminded of how it feels to be let down and experience unreliability. And that is not who you were born to be. So keep working on what you're working on, because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. Wow. So really you are dealing now with giving this unconditional love, okay, and still carrying on with what you know that your purpose is, okay, and that's to be there to help and support your divine masculine, because you are being reminded at the moment how it feels to be let down and experience unreliability. Well, when you're reliability, that's how you say it, isn't it? And that's what you're excuse me, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for commitment. So it's on this card, the raven in her hands represents the capacity to overcome the darker times and be reborn again and again. So she helps you to tap into the wisdom to overcome whatever it throws. You're ready, okay? At you, wisdom being the information stored in your soul, the truth, rather than the knowledge acquired in this lifetime, and to learn from the experience of your elders. Okay. So it says to keep working on what you're working on, because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. Okay. So really what you're looking for is somebody to be committed, who doesn't let you down, who is reliable, but you have to kind of experience the opposite of that to test the nature of your love. How wise you are. That owl there. Okay. Right, I'm going to go. I'm not sure what that reading was about, but it's gone out. So stay strong and stay on purpose. And okay, mission is unconditional love, regardless. Okay, guys, have a fantastic evening. Okay, and much love to you. Take care. Bye for now.